Well, hello, YouTube and Twitch, and welcome to the WFO Racing League's Wicked Wednesday Truck Series right here at Homestead. Championship night for the trucks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to have to tune in. We have started the broadcast a little bit early tonight. I wanted to make sure that we got our restream working okay. So far, so good, I think it is. Everything's staying in the green, so we may be able to stream back to YouTube and Twitch tonight. Did make a little server change, went to the faster than light restream server, so we're going to see what that does for us. Get your driver of the day votes in. I already see a vote in for Troy Cook, so he's going to get the first driver of the day vote. Hello, YouTube and Twitch. And I'm going to have to turn that volume down so it's not double streaming. But another reason I wanted to do this a little early is because I wanted to get a couple interviews in. So get on up to the broadcast booth here and see who we can find first. I think some of these drivers are probably in a restream server of their own, which means I may not be able to pull them up. And they're about ready to go in qualifying, so we're going to wait on that one tonight. Couple things I am going to do that's a little bit different is one of the things I'm going to do is actually stream the drivers' meeting tonight. So when we go into the drivers' meeting, you're going to be able to hear it. That 19 truck you've seen on the screen is Austin Wagner. He is the points leader headed into tonight. I think Austin has maybe an 8-point lead, so it's a lot tighter tonight than it was for him last night in the K&N car. I do want to congratulate Austin Wagner once again for winning the K&N Pro Twisted Tuesday K&N Pro Series Championship. And Austin is going to be the first driver at WFO that tries to go back-to-back tonight. So we did want to get the broadcast started a little early, like I said, because it is championships night. It was my plan last night as well. But we had a few problems with the server and weren't able to do that. So I think tonight, things are looking a lot better for us to be able to do that part of the broadcast, and I think it'll be a lot cooler. And I'm exactly right. Garrett Helmlinger has showed second in points. Garrett's the driver of the 77. He's 8 points behind the 19 Austin Wagner. Then in third, you've got Dylan Altum, who's 15 points back in the 92 truck. And then you have the 26 truck of Mike Buchanan, who's currently sitting about 18 points back. So mathematically, all three of those guys do have a shot at winning the championship here. Basically, the rundown is 1 point for position. Bonus points that are available at WFO, you get 2 points if you have 0 incidents. That's no contact during the race with a wall or the grass or another truck or something like that. So you can get 2 bonus points for that. You can get 1 bonus point for leading the most laps. And, of course, the 2 bonus points for winning the race. So there is a possible total of 5 bonus points that you can earn if you're perfect. If you lead the most laps, you don't get any incident points, and you win the race, you can gain 5 points, which on an 8-point gap isn't really hard to overcome 3 positions. So we can't count those 3 or 4 trucks out there. And we wish all these drivers the best of luck going for the championship tonight. right, YouTube, had you just watching that championship leader there, Austin Wagner making some laps. But when they get into the drivers' meeting here in about, I don't know, another 40 or 50 seconds, we'll get down there so you can hear the drivers' meeting. That way you know what the rules are, kind of what goes into this thing before every race. And we do have a pretty good field of drivers tonight. We'll take a look at that starting grid in a few minutes for you, too. Let you know where your favorite drivers are starting. So we're ready to kick this thing off for you in about 15 minutes here, but it's going to get kicked off a little quicker than that because, like I said, we will do the drivers' meeting and listen to what the admin has to say, which is Adam Tips in this series. So we'll listen to Adam, see what he's got to tell the guys, and I might add a few words in for him too. So you'll be able to hear all that from not just me, but you'll be able to hear the admins and the drivers, any questions that they have. And it looks like that driver's meeting starting, so we're going to head down there now.
Yeah, nice lap here, Coop.
Kind of surprised myself.
Yeah, good lap there, Coop.
Dang, he just blew the rest of us out of the water.
Well, looks like we heard
me a
who our
chain,
pole
buddy.
sitter is here. It's going to be Bradley Cooper in
Don't
the
worry,
5 truck.
I got her fucking stuck.
All right. I'm going to start off a roll call real quick, and then we'll get going. Brad,
Yes, sir.
James,
Yo!
Richard,
There's two of us. Which one?
Richard Springer,
That's me.
Corey Cook,
Stop.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Todd.
Damn it,
No Todd.
Oh, you doing a
Rich.
check? Sorry.
Richard Holland.
Gotcha.
Patrick. No Patrick. Russell.
Here.
Aiden. Yep. Garrett.
He's here.
Yep. Troy.
Gotcha, Warden.
Austin.
He's here.
Here.
Jeff.
He's here.
Nick.
Hey.
Steve.
Yep.
David. No David. Larry.
Yep.
Robert.
Yep.
Hal.
Yep.
Bert.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yep.
Wesley.
He's here.
Myself. Dylan. Dylan is here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Michael.
Yep.
Travis. No Travis. Did I miss anybody? Who came in late there?
I couldn't even tell you.
It might have been Vern.
That mean, I just got it.
Charles.
So we're missing Todd, Patrick, and
Travis.
Travis. All right, there you go.
All right, guys, let's get this meeting started. Welcome to the final race of the season 4 for the Wicked Wednesday Truck Series. Big championship race at Homestead. Let's go over the rules real quick. All right, just to make sure, no scrubbing of the tires. We saw that last week. Make sure no scrubbing of the tires. On initial start, leader must go on green. Restarts, the leader can go anytime the pace car leaves the racing surface. That is all for tires of the pace car leave the racing surface. There is no passing or changing lanes before the start-finish line. On starts and restarts. There is no 3 wide until the backstretch. On starts and restarts. Pit road, you must stay to the right on pit road at all times. And you are only allowed 5 pit stalls. How are we going to do the math? 5 pit stalls. Remember, guys, I get bored, and I love to call these out. so make sure you're following this rule, please. No calling out drivers over chat to include Discord, race chat, or text. You will not argue or make comments about calls or penalties issued by admins. You have an opportunity to discuss the penalty after the race if you so choose. If you call out drivers, admins, or argue calls, you will first have your chat disabled, and any subsequent violations will result in the removal from the race. Remember, iRacing chat is used for race chatter only. If you abuse this, you will be subject to having your chat muted or removed from the race, as I stated above. Incident penalties will be as follows. First incident that you cause that brings out a caution will result in an EOL. Second will result in a black flag, and the third will result in the removal from the race. Remember, there's no blocking until 10 to go. Remember, if you block and you get turned, it is most likely going to be on you. All other penalties and waiver rounds will be issued by iRacing and will not be removed or added by admins. If there is a connection issued in the race, admins can award up to 3 waiver rounds per the rulebook. And if you hit the wall, don't yank it off the wall, because this could cause another issue. That's just for everybody else's sanity. Anybody have any questions about the rules? As we saw last night, unless they fix it today, you are actually able to enter pit road off of 4. You don't have to exit before you get to 3 and take the service road all the way around. You're able to just turn off of 4 and go on to pit road. Any questions on that?
No, it let us do that last night.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that, if that happens, let me know. I'll clear it, and then we'll just follow the rule for the other one after that. But I haven't seen any issues for it tonight. No one called it out or anything like that, so we should be fine. Tim, you have anything to add?
No, we had no cautions last night, so I'm sure we can duplicate that again tonight. So good luck. Last race of the season should be fun.
Yeah, remember, guys, 125 laps. Passing looks like it's going to be a little bit on the challenging side. So just be smart. No need to push it too hard. Like I said, like Tim said, that we were caution-free last night, and it was actually a lot of fun to watch. So let's see if we can do that again tonight. Vern, you have anything to add, sir?
Yeah, I just want to wish all the drivers racing for the championship good luck tonight. Is the last race of the season. We are in the off season going to do fun races again. I'll talk to Tim and Adam about what nights we'll put those up, and we're going to have fun with them like we did last season, so you guys be on the lookout for those. Any questions regarding points or anything like that as we close out the season tonight?
Yeah, maybe Vernon, could you maybe tell us who's in up toward the chase there, so I can maybe give more room if I need to.
I absolutely will do that for you. Your points leader going into the chase tonight with an 8-point lead is going to be the 19 of Austin Wagner. Second place in points tonight is going to be the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger going into tonight. Third is going to be Dylan Altum in the 92. Fourth is going to be Mike Buchanan in the 26. And fifth is going to be Bradley Cooper in the 5. So that's your top 5 in points. Mathematically, I don't think it's even necessary to go back any farther than that.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
He asked my question.
All righty.
Well, actually, one more. So we don't have to use the access road going into pit road.
You do have to use it at Homestead.
No, we didn't have to use it last night.
If they change it and you don't have to use it.
They did change it. It's in the
Okay.
patch notes for yesterday. So last night we didn't have to use it. So I'll say it again.
You don't have to use it.
Just exit off of 4 and head in there. But, watch your speeds. That's all I got.
All right, any other questions? You guys are live on the broadcast, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, world.
Hi,
Mom.
So if you want to say hi to your parents,
Hi, Mommy.
One for driver of the day.
wives, girlfriends, mistresses.
Where's Nation? Is he playing in his sandbox? Or
Nation
I
went
love
to
it.
play in a sandbox, and he avoided us tonight. So I'm sure he's watching the broadcast. If you all want to say hi to Nation, that's skipping out.
I'm
on
not
us.
sure what I'm
Fuck you,
supposed
Nation.
to do with my hands.
I love how.
Bomb.
Vote for me.
Good one
You
there, Tim
bum.
Hamlet.
Vote for the Pedro.
Did you paint
Good
that on
luck,
the
guys.
top of your truck, by the way?
No, I didn't have time.
Damn it.
Next year.
Hey,
Good
Coop.
luck. Good luck, everybody.
Bradley Cooper,
Good luck.
you in here?
Yes, sir.
Did you do something different with your paint tonight?
Yeah, I think it made it faster.
It looks reflective, man.
Thank you.
When it hits the lights, it looks reflective. It's really
He
cool.
done that so when he tries to pass us, the damn light reflects in our eyes and we wreck and shit.
Hey, that's evil plans work too. If you got an evil plan, Coop, congrats on the pole, buddy. Man, go out and get him tonight.
Did you hear that, Vern?
What?
Play that again, Garrett. You played it once, and you're not going to play it, Garrett?
All right, good luck to you guys tonight. I'm gonna get up in the booth and get going.
Good luck to you.
See you guys.
I'm gonna need it. I don't have nation. I don't have nation tonight.
Oh, if you need some backup during a caution, just pull me up there.
I don't know if I can handle one of these things by myself. We'll find out though. All right, that's your drivers meeting. You hear what goes on behind the scenes here at WFO. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes to get this race started. All right, they're lined up. We're lining up right now. We'll call it gridding up, whatever we want to call it here. Jump on one of those front runners real quick. Restart the timing screen, get everything going, then we'll go over the starting grid for you. See, the guys are getting in their trucks on pit road now, starting P1 tonight. We said it before, you've seen it up on the screen. It's going to be the Coop, Bradley Cooper, driving the number 5 truck. To his outside in P2, that's going to be that 53 of James Hudson. Starting third tonight, last night's K&N Series winner, the 24 of Richard Springer. To his outside in fourth is going to be the 61 of Corey Cook. Starting fifth tonight, we got Rick Vagone driving that 10 truck. To his outside in sixth is going to be Todd Cray in the 21. Starting seventh tonight, we'll see Richard Holland in the 31 truck. To his outside in eighth is going to be Patrick DeSalinier in the 93. Starting ninth tonight, we got Russell Charneski in the 20. To his outside in 10th is going to be Aiden Young in the 69 truck. Starting 11th tonight, Garrett Helmlinger, second in points, one to keep an eye on in that 77 truck. To his outside in 12th is going to be the number 51 of Troy Cook. 13th tonight, we have the last night's champion and tonight's points leader coming into the race. That's going to be Austin Wagner in the 19. To his outside in 14th is going to be just that, the 14 truck of Jeff Martin. 15th tonight, we'll see the defending Truck Series champion there. That's going to be the 41 of Nick Gardner. To his outside in 16th, we got Steve Blankenship in the 8. 17th tonight is going to be the 02 of David Kamara. To his outside in 18th will be Larry Anderson driving the 1 truck. 19th tonight, you'll see the number 70 of Robert David Ballantyne. Into his outside in 20th, it's going to be that fan favorite, number 3, Hal Amy. Starting 21st tonight is going to be the 07 of Burt Wilson. To his outside in 22nd, we'll have Charles Buchanan in the 09. 23rd tonight's going to be Mike Buchanan. That's going to be the brother to Charles. He's going to be in the 26 truck. And I'm trying to find our pole sitter on my timing screen so we can get up there. There we go. And then starting 24th, we'll see Michael Updegraff in the 96. 25th tonight, we'll have Wesley Whitfield in the 74. To his outside in 26 is going to be Travis Lonis in the 28. 27th tonight, 92 of Dylan Altum. And to his outside in 28 is going to be the 49 of Tim Hamlet. 29th will show Adam Tips, but he's actually an admin, and we're green flag and racing at Homestead in the Truck Series. Bradley Cooper starting P1. We'll see if he can power off to the lead. He's got James Hudson in that 53 to his outside. You see Springer in the 24 and third there. The 61 of Corey Cook is going to be the 4th place truck. Outside line looks to be powering for a little bit of run here. The Coop might hold him off coming down into turn 3. And the Coop does it. He clears the 53. Bradley Cooper's going to take the lead here early at Homestead. 53 of James Hudson's going to look to the inside, and we're going to come over under a quick caution here. Not sure what happened, but we're going to try to figure it out. All right, I see a number fading to the back there. Let's go through here and see if we can figure it out. A little bit of smoke from somebody up ahead of the 8 truck. 92's got a little damage, so let's find our smoker. Be the 93 truck. All right, so we went back and found all that. Let's do it. Burn it down with fire. Let's see what happened right here to bring us under caution number 1. Remember, last night's race in the K&N Series went green flag all the way. So tonight we're going to get a caution right around lap 1, working lap 2. Well, the wreck was in front of them. Like the 14 was involved. The 93 just come in late and got a hit there. Might have seen a 3 truck involved in that as well. So we'll spin it back one more time here, try to figure out what caused it. All right, we're going to keep an eye on the 3 truck. Maybe the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. Yeah, it looks like the 77 was turned around in front of those guys. That's the point leader as well. There it is. You guys seen it right there. We're going to go over it one more time to break it down. There's definitely contact. First and second in points, the 19 of Austin Wagner. 77 of Garrett Helmlinger, both caught up in this wreck. It's like the 69 truck is going to get into the outside wall up here. You'll see him just in front of that 14. He's going to get into the outside wall. The 14 is going to drive into the back of him. And that's going to set off a chain reaction. The 14 comes down, clips the 77. 19 gets hit. The 3 truck's in it. The 93 comes in. He plows into someone. 02 is around. 92's got damage on his right rear. Got quite a few trucks damaged right here on the first caution tonight. Luckily for these guys, they got a fast repair, but it's really early in the race to have to use that. And, man, I mean, it could really spell some bad news for a couple of our championship contenders there, meaning the 77 and the 19. All right, let me read some of the chat. Hi, Diana. Sorry to hear the news that I seen on Facebook today. You got our prayers for sure. The hot dog vendor apparently fell down, according to Hal Jr. I hope he's okay. Our prayers to the hot dog vendor. I do want to say hello to everyone coming in here. I see Coop's got a vote in there for driver of the day. That's awesome to see. A lot of Troy Cook votes. Like a little bit of change coming at the season-ending race here tonight. Change of the driver of the day helm. It's good to see people coming into the broadcast. Make sure that you share it, get it out there. Let's get some people in here to view this tonight. It is our last race of the season. We need to hit 1,000 subscribers to monetize this channel. Bring in a little bit of money for the league. These guys deserve it over here. They put on a great show every week, week in and week out. Hard to believe that we're at the last race of the season here in Homestead, but we are. Bradley Cooper, the leader in the 5 truck. He's got the 53 of James Hudson to his outside. 61 of Corey Cook in 3rd position in that good wrench truck there. To his outside is going to be the 24, last night's winner, Richard Springer. Springer showed a lot of speed in that K&N Series car last night. And apparently iRacing done some updates, so maybe the truck might be driving a little better for these guys. And then earlier when I was getting everything set up, I seen that the 5 truck has a very interesting paint. A lot of reflective in the number and the side of that paint job. Really liking it. Loving how the light reflects off of it. We got a pace car in, and Bradley Cooper's going to get fired off in the 5 truck. Nice restart for the Coop there. He's going to leave the race behind him. That's going to be 2nd place in contention right now. Corey Cook is going after the 53, and he's going to take it, it looks like. Yes, he does. Corey Cook clears the 53, but the crossover's on, and the 53 of James Hudson looks to the bottom. Hudson digging down in turn 3. Corey Cook in the middle of the track. Hudson down towards the bottom. You can see Springer back there in the 24 trying to line up a run. These guys are going at it early. Lap 6 of 125, and we got racing all over the racetrack right now. It's like the 61's going to temporarily hold off the 53. I will definitely get that out to them, Hal Jr., and we appreciate you guys doing trophies for them. I'm sure those guys are going to appreciate the heck out of it, too. Man, I'll tell you what, I am very impressed with that leader up there, Bradley Cooper in the 5 truck. He's shown some speed this season, but tonight qualifying P1 and really holding solid up there in that first position. So I don't want to give them the curse of the camera or jinx them too bad, so we're going to shuffle on through the field. You can see that things are pretty well single file most of the way through here right now. We're just going to drift back here a little bit. You see Richard Holland in the 31 there. He's going to pull up behind the 24. That's Richard Springer. Meanwhile, the 53, James Hudson's going to take another look to the inside of Corey Cook. And we'll see how this is going to work. Looked like the 24 had a little bit hotter run going into the corner. These guys might end up 3 wide. They're 2 wide right now. James Hudson's going for the second position. Corey Cook running the middle of the racetrack right now. You see Richard Holland in the 31 working the same line, but I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with how that 24 has been able to work the bottom. 24 may have drifted a little too high. As you see, the 31's going to get a look on the inside of him here. 61 of Corey Cook in that middle groove, able to hold off the battle from the 53. Now the battle's back here between the 24 and 31. So we got Richard Springer, last night's winner in the 24, and the 31 of Richard Holland. The 2 Richards are going at it. Oh, now we know what happened. The hot dog fell out of the box and flew on the track, and that's what caused the caution. That sounds like as good a reason as any, honestly. Meanwhile, back on the track, these guys are trying to get single file on us again. I think they're trying to get some green flag laps in. You can't really blame them. It makes it go quicker, that's for sure. We've seen it last night with the K&N Series. We're going to jump back here and take a look. Just outside of the top 10, you see Larry Anderson in the 1 truck. He's the 10th place truck. That's going to bring us to Robert Ballantyne. A battle back there between the 09 of Charles Buchanan and Jeff Martin. Jeff Martin in the 14 Tito's Vaca truck. Buchanan in that black and white machine there, unsponsored. Last week's winner, by the way, so if anybody's looking to sponsor a truck, that 09 right there showed he's got speed. He ran mid-pack to the back last week, brought it to the front of the end, showed what kind of speed he had, and took the win. Flip back here a little bit more. We're going to find the 07 and 02 back here. That 07's Burt Wilson. The 02 is going to be David Kamara. Oh, we got Larry Anderson, and the 1 truck just turned head on into the wall. These guys are trying to miss him. We're going to stay green. He's going to gather that thing back up. These guys are going to get around him, and we're going to stay green. It don't look like it's over yet, as you see all these guys. Steve Blankenship, Dylan Altum. Who else there? 77, Garrett Helmlinger, second in points. They're all working their way around that 1 truck. One thing I can see on the 77 truck, a little bit of damage on the right rear means that he did not elect to take his fast repair at this point. But, man, not sure what happened with the 1. It looked like he just hung a right and got into the outside wall. Meanwhile, back up front by half a second, that 5 truck of Bradley Cooper getting it done tonight. Well, happy birthday to your grandson there, Cindy, and hello to you. Good to see you in the broadcast. Hi, Missy. Didn't see you sneak in there. Hello, actually, to everyone that joins us in the broadcast here. We appreciate each and every one of you. All right, this race for second's getting tightened up once more. Corey Cook's got it, but I'm telling you, the 53's been hunting him for a while. He's going to take a look underneath, but then quickly move back in line. I'm going to say by looking at it, that preferred line seems to be about a lane up from the bottom right now. I haven't seen really too many trucks venture higher than that or make significant ground when they did so. You see Richard Springer in that 24 able to drive it just a little bit deeper into the corner. These guys are all running about the same speed, but Coop up there really showing the way around this track here at Homestead. Bradley Cooper with the flashy paint job, almost contact with the 53 and 24. This race is for second is getting really, really good. 24 is going to lift, stay off of them, and lose a couple of spots doing it. So now you see the 24 locked into a battle for fourth. He's locked into a battle with the other Richard. That's Richard Holland in the 31. Holland got the preferred line, I would say, since they're running about the middle. 24 is working the bottom. You see Russell Charneski in that green 20 truck moving up a little bit. Really impressed with that 24 on the bottom. Strong move right there. Richard Springer showing strength at the bottom of the track. One of the only trucks that I've seen do that so far. And he's going to clear the 31 and move solidly back into that fourth position. So I'm telling you, the Coop's looking good up there. Bradley Cooper in that 5 truck, he's putting them behind him, and that race is for second. Second on back, anyway. See the 53 taking another look on the inside of the 61. 24 truck of Richard Springer, he's also going to be down on the bottom. He may be just enough to give that 53 a push to get him clear of the 61. We're going to find out here. Got a 4-truck battle, soon to be a 5-truck battle if that 20 has anything to say about it. High line, low line, middle line, you name it, we got them running there. Now the only one on the bottom is going to be the 24s. The 53 does get the 61 cleared. Look how strong that 24 truck is on the bottom. We've seen it when he got by the 31. Now he's lined up with the 61. Let's see what he can do down here in the corner. I think he could clear him, but the 53 moved down a little bit. The 24 is going to clear him. Richard Springer going to take the 3rd spot away the hard way on the bottom again. We're seeing it now, and I'm telling you, after watching him in the K&N Series last night, that 24 is going to be a truck to keep an eye on. He's showing he's got speed. Go back here, things getting sorted out a little bit, so we're going to go back and find a little bit of action. Maybe right here with the 70 of Robert Ballantyne working on the 41 of Nick Gardner. This is going to be a battle for the 8th position. Right behind them is going to be Troy Cook in the 51. You see Robert Ballantyne in that 70 working the bottom there. Nick Gardner in the 41 at the top of the track. Ballantyne's going to get him cleared. That might open the door for the 51 of Troy Cook to get in here on this battle. Nick Gardner in the middle of the track now. 51 of Troy Cook's going to take a look at the bottom. Looks like Troy Cook might clear him. But the 41 may get a little bit of a run off the corner. Temporarily stay to the outside, but as they go down here into turn 3, I don't know. The 41's holding strong there in the middle. 51's going to get him cleared now. He's probably going to slide up the track there right in front of him. And he does move Troy Cook up a spot. That's going to move Troy to the 9th position. That's going to move Nick back to the 10th spot there. So Nick Gardner fading back just a little bit here in the early going. Nick's one behind Gardner there is going to be that 09 of Charles Buchanan. Gardner looked like he might have made a right rear contact on that outside wall. So we'll go back one more. You see the 09 Charles Buchanan, that black and white truck right there. Really good starting field here tonight in the Truck Series. Very happy with what I've seen for car count. Or truck count, whichever way you want to look at it. It's awesome. We know it's Diana's birthday, and she's hanging out and spending it with WFO. That is awesome. Thank you, Diana. Green flag pit stop, 09, Charles Buchanan, 10 of Rick Fagone. 14 of Jeff Martin. All 3 of these trucks are hitting pit road, so you know where I got to go. To the battle for the lead. James Hudson caught Bradley Cooper. Hudson working the inside of the coupe. The coupe trying to hang on to it. But the race down the straightaway is going to go in favor of the 53, so how long will the 5 keep it out before he brings it to pit road? That's it. He lost the lead. He said, I'm done, coming to pit road. 53 of James Hudson, almost contact there. Looked like Hudson checked up a little too hard. 5 truck that reflective number, and I'm telling you, I love that paint job. It looks really, really sick. Coop found him some paint tonight. You taking advantage of those new updates going on? We got chrome now. We can get chrome on them. It just makes the paints look more realistic, like we're watching it in real life. So that's why I'm digging on it. Meanwhile, I'm going to go to your current leader. That's going to be the 51 of Troy Cook as he slams it down into pit road. Nick Gardner going to follow him closely. Gardner back here in the 41. You see the 02 of Kamara. The 07 of Burt Wilson. He's blinking a little bit, so we're kind of going to stay off him here. Let's just take a look at what this pit stop's like. See Troy Cook pulling in there. What's he going to do? 2 or 4 here on this stop. Left sides go, or right sides go up. Back down. Left sides are up, so it's a 4-tire stop. Troy Cook's back down, and he's off. Making his way back to the track. You see Nick Gardner and the 07 of Burt Wilson right behind him. Loser there was probably the 02 of Kamari come in front of the 07, come out behind him. Meanwhile, your leader's going to be the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. FedEx truck, you see him on pit road right now. Helmlinger going to make a stop here. I'm sure it's going to be 4 tires. That seems to be the theme right now. There he goes, 77, spinning the tires, taking it back out on the track, still going to leave that damage on the truck. Must not be affecting his speed too bad, being back there on the right rear. So meanwhile, back up front, Hudson is going to maintain the lead after the green flag pit stops. You see Charneski, he's not the leader. Charneski must have had a problem. He's on the tail end of the lead lap here. So Russell Charneski, 3rd place in the K&N last night, having problems here tonight. And looks to be maybe potentially going a lap down here as you see the leader, the 53 of James Hudson, working on him. But I'll tell you what, Coop is not letting that 53 get away. You see the 5 truck getting a run on him here. I think Coop would like to have that lead back as he's going to take a look to the inside of the 53. Oh, 53 almost went down a little too far. Coop had that line, and the 53 about come down a little too far on him. I know that 20 truck's going to be fast, so he's going to be a hard one for these leaders to lap. Could potentially be a opportunity there for Coop to take advantage of it and use the 20 as a pick. We had that first quick caution. 29 laps later, these guys are rocking and rolling. Look at the 20 truck of Russell Charneski, tail end of the lead lap in the 22nd position right here. Able to pull away from the leaders. That shows you what kind of speed that 20 truck's got in it. But I think part of that might have been that 53 having a little bit battle back there with the 5 truck. But we'll see. I think the 20's just got that much speed. If he can work his way back around on another caution, that 20's going to be one to keep an eye on because I think he does have it figured out now. So let's take a look a little closer up. Bradley Cooper there in the 5 truck you've seen. 3rd place now is going to be the 31 of Richard Holland. Richard Holland there, don't really have no pressure around him, not in front or behind him. But behind them, there's a whole group of trucks lined up. That's going to be from 4th place on back here a little ways. 4th place is going to be the 61 of Corey Cook. He's got a rear deck lid full of the 24 there. That's Richard Springer. But what is the deal here? Because I don't show... Actually, Springer is 1 lap down. He had problems on that green flag pit stop as well. So the 5th place truck is going to be the 70 truck of Robert David Ballantyne, which is a little bit, he's actually behind Springer here. He's going to have the 6th place truck of Rick Fagone right there, Enrique Fagande in the 10 truck. That's a shout out for you, Nation. Oh, we had a truck wrecking back there. Not sure who it was. I know it was a blue truck. 92 of Dylan Altum. Black and blue truck. I knew I seen that color somewhere, and I was checking the guys that run it. You see Altum making his way back out on the track now in the 24th position. He's going to be 2 laps down. Falling in line behind Tim Hamlet in the 49. We ain't talked about Tim yet. He's been quiet back here in the 16th position. Right in front of him, he's going to have his teammate, second in points. That's Garrett Helmlinger. And I'm going to take it. We'll go back in order here, back up to about, where were we at? Let's say the 41 of Nick Gardner running 11th, but we'll take a quick look here at Nick in the 11th spot, work our way back some more. 12th spot's going to be David Kamara in the 0-2, having a good solid run here so far tonight. 13th, you're going to see the 26 of Mike Buchanan. He's in a battle right now with the 96 of Michael Updegraff. Buchanan looks like he's got a little bit of damage on the left side of the truck, nothing too severe. Updegraff driving that Skull truck, number 96. Updegraff currently scored in the 14th position. So we're going to take a little bit of a look at our championship. 15th position, second place in points right there, 77, Garrett Helmlinger. Helmlinger has 3 spots on Austin Wagner as it stands. I can tell you that neither of these guys are going to get the 2-point bonus for the 0 incidents after what I seen on that first caution. See Dylan Altum working the back of the 77 there. 16th position, Tim Hamlet in that 49 truck. On Tuesday nights, he's known as the Warden. Tim Hamlet doing a nice job. Truck looks nice and clean there. I know he's good at Homestead. I battled with him back here about 4 seasons ago. So that'd be a couple of years back. Me and him did a really good battle here in a league race. Back behind Tim in the 17th spot is going to be the 74 Wesley Whitfield. Wesley's truck don't look to have any damage on it. Really clean truck. We'll back up one more. Going to find our points leader. That's going to be the 19 Austin Wagner. Wagner's sitting back here in the 18th position right now. The truck looks good, though. It doesn't have a lot of damage. He might be just riding back here and the position he needs to be in, taking care of the truck, not pushing anything too hard. So we'll go back to 19th. We're going to find the 1 truck of Larry Anderson. We've seen Anderson have problems earlier get to the outside wall bit. He got it straightened out, kept it the right way, and sitting 19th position on the lead lap right now. Go back to 20th. We're going to find a Walking Dead truck. That's Steve Blankenship driving the number 8 truck there. Seen a little bit of smoke up ahead, but no fire where I seen the smoke, so I think everything's okay. Go back one more. Hal Lamy. According to the way that the votes are going tonight, it looks like Hal Lamy's typical crew might be voting for the 51 truck of Troy Cook there on their driver of the day. But Hal Lamy's truck is clean. It looks like it could have possibly a little damage, but not very much. For the most part, truck looks good. Hal riding back here on the lead lap in the 21st position. We'll cruise back one more to 22nd. He's still ahead of the leader. Leader never caught him. That's the 20 truck of Russell Charneski. He's going to remain on the lead lap here. So if we get a caution, that's going to pay dividends for this guy. He has proved that his truck is fast. He's stayed out in front of the leader since those last green flag pit stops. And it had to have been a mistake on pit road that put him back here in the beginning. But he's making the most of it. He's staying in front of the 53 truck. That way, if there's a caution, he's on the lead lap, and he gets to come all the way around free of charge. So another guy that had problems and is a lap down right now, and he's fast, is that 24 truck right there, Richard Springer. Springer definitely showing some speed early on and racing up there in the top 3 or 4. Last night's K&N Series winner. A little bit of bad luck here tonight. We'll see if Springer can't catch a caution and get it turned around. He's actually going to be probably the first truck a lead lap down. Last night it was Richard Springer and 24 that won it. So we'll go back to 24th. We're going to find Dylan Altum right there. Dylan's going to be 3 laps down at this point. Him obviously having a little bit of problems tonight. Dylan, having a few problems. Looks like the truck's fixed up now. He's got it pointed in the right direction. And that's going to be your through the field right here. Not quite at the midway point of the race. Wagner won the championship last night. Richard Springer won the race. Richard Springer won the race. Austin Wagner won the championship. No, Richard Springer won the race last night. Austin Wagner won the championship. Springer's not in the championship, but he did win the race. Coop still riding back here in the second spot in that 5 truck. James Hudson in the 53 leading it. Take a quick look at the points. I think Hudson missed a week, which might have really took away his chances. He was way up there on points until that happened. Yeah, he's back all the way back in the 8th position, 39 points out. So Troy Cook's the driver racking up the votes in Homestead tonight. Go back to second. We see Coop. Back to third. Here's the 31 of Richard Holland. Green flag pit stops underway as you see Holland bring that 31 truck down pit road to the attention of his crew. So Richard Holland going to be the first one among the leaders to do that. Lap 50 of 125. Second green flag pit stops underway. 26 of Mike Buchanan in front of him here. Holland's right sides go up, so we know he's taking 2. I would imagine he's going to take 4 here. He does. Left side goes up, so Holland's going to take 4 tires and fuel and bring it back out on the track. Nice, clean pit stop here. I can tell you the next truck. Oh, no. Coop making his stop and turns the truck around, entering pit road. Oh. Those are the mistakes that can happen on these green flag pit stops. You have to make sure that you come in really nice and smooth. To avoid that, he probably had to get on the binders too hard there to scrub off the speed, and it bit him. I've had it happen a few times. Sorry to see that, Coop. We know you got a fast hot rod tonight. So as it recycles, we've seen Troy Cook in the 51 and the 41 and the 41 of Nick Gardner both stay out a little later here. Cook going by the 53, going to put him a lap down right now as he stays out another lap. They're running for the championship tonight. You got the points leader is the 19 Austin Wagner. He's the one that won the championship last night. Second place is the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger, and they're separated by 8 points. And then in third place, you got Dylan Altum in the 92. And then in fourth, you got Mike Buchanan in the 26. Mathematically, they're about the only 4 right now that have a shot at it. Our points runners on the track right now, we'll have to see here. Helmlinger's running 13th. Wagner's running 17th. So there's 8-point difference in points and 4 points on the track now that Helmlinger would gain on him. See the 51 of Troy Cook bringing it off pit road. Looks like it's going to cost Coop maybe 6 positions here as I'm scoring him in the 7th spot, but we'll have to see how it shakes out after the caution flags. Coop may have went ahead and used a fast repair back there, which is okay about midway through the race. So when they take on a lone green flag run like this, you kind of want to use it so you're not costing yourself much speed. Yeah, 8 points is definitely close, and you can see, you know, like I was pointing out, if you look at the positions, Helmlinger's made up about half that distance right now on the racetrack. So another 4 positions forward for Helmlinger, and you got a tie game there in that battle. You see the 51 of Troy Cook storming up behind the 5 of the Coupe. This is for position. The Coupe has it at 6th spot. Troy Cook wants it. Oh, he might not clear him. No, Coupe stays to the outside in the 5 truck. He's going to maintain it. Looks like 51's able to drive it into the corner just a little bit deeper, but he needs to close it off. Looks like the 5 truck's going to get a nose up there once again. And the 5 truck, the momentum down the straightaway. Now Coupe takes the spot. 51 is going to fall back in line behind him, save his tires to race at a later time. Go back one more behind them. You'll see the 09 of Charles Buchanan. One truck I wanted to keep an eye on is right here. That is Russell Charneski in the 20 truck. As they cycled through the green flag pit stops, he still maintained on the lead lap. But truck's in trouble right now. One of them that just went a lap down is going to be the 3 truck of Hal Amy. You see the 53 of Hudson right in front of Hal there. That is going to put Hal 1 lap down. He is the first truck 1 lap down at this point. And that would be a lucky dog position. That's only if the 24 Springer don't catch him. And another guy that had some problems that was running decent earlier is Rick Fagone in the 10 truck. Enrique Fagande falling back there to the 23rd spot, 1 lap down. You see him riding back here with a 41 and the 77. So, man, you hate to see it for these guys. We know mistakes on pit road is what's cost most of them spots here. One of the ones that I seen able to pull off a mistake and not cost them too much was that 5 truck of the Coupe, Bradley Cooper. I'm showing a different leader, too. Richard Holland's the leader. Holland was the one that pitted first. He's not up by much right now. And I'll tell you what, that 31 truck is running down the 20 truck. That 20 truck's been fighting to stay on the lead lap. The 31's gotten around the leader of James Hudson. Richard Holland has. And Holland's going somewhere now. Richard Holland turning up the afterburner. Maybe kicked in the turbo a little bit. Build up a little more boost. Holland's got something going on. He's got the 53 who's been fast all race behind him. 53 looks like he's closing the gap a bit now. 0.5 of a second. That's a half a second. Separating 1 and 2 right here. Holland making the flames on that paint job work for him. One caution flag slowed the field tonight. That was really early, lap 2 of the race. Since then, it's been clean and green. And we're seeing one hell of a championship battle to boot. Watching that championship race, the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger able to make up a couple of spots. There's now 5 points made up. 3 points separate first and second in points right now for the championship. Helmlinger in front of the 41. 41's going to look to the inside of him, though. Every position is a point right now. There's 4 points separating them. Garrett Helmlinger in the 11th spot, 10th spot, 11th spot. He's battling side by side for a top 10 with the 41 of Nick Gardner. Garrett Helmlinger doing what he has to make up points on the racetrack right now. It's scoring him in 10th. That's 5 points between him and Austin Wagner, 3-point difference. But you can see each of those trucks in front of the 77 is for position. And each position is a point. Those next 3 trucks in line would make it a tie ball game in the points battle. Another spot, another point for the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. Side-by-side battle behind him. 96 is going to smack the wall. That's Michael Updegraff. Garrett Helmlinger is going to maintain the 9th position. Austin Wagner stuck back there in the 15th position. Do the math. It was 8 points separating them before. Helmlinger doing what he needs to do tonight. No stranger to winning championships over here, as Helmlinger is a defending champion. He was the defending champion of the K&N Series last night. Nick Gardner, the driver behind him, is the defending defending champion of the Truck Series. I don't know what Gawat is. Oh, Garrett wants the trophy. R's, not W's, Junior. Work with me. Confusing me. Helmlinger going for another spot. This is for the 8th position. Another point on the racetrack as Austin Wagner still there. 1 point. With this pass right here, it is a 1 point difference between first and second in the championship. Mason Weitzel, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad, Vern. Ed Board, Bradley, what's going on?
Oh, we got a championship race going on and one hell of a battle between the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger and the 19 truck of Austin Wagner.
Yep, I'm just logging in right now. Figured I'd come do a little broadcast.
Man, you see that the 77's really been picking up some spots going after this thing as it's getting later in the race, and Wagner's been doing the same thing to kind of keep them in check, you know. And they're 6 positions apart right now. There was 8 points separating them, so that's a 2-point difference. Literally, the 77 picks up a couple of spots and they're tied. You know what I mean?
Yep, it did this last night in the pro race. Like, it's nerve-wracking.
It's nerve-wracking for those drivers. As you see, the 77 going to let the 92 go because the 92's not on the same lap there. Garrett Helmlinger, I watch him drive from about the 15th spot up here to the 7th spot right now. That's 8 positions on the racetrack. No doubt he's driving the wheels off of it. And the nerve-wracking part is when they're lone green flag runs like this, Mason, you can't make a mistake.
Is 100% true. Field's so tight and it's so hard to pass at Miami.
And it's awesome to have Mason Weitzel in here. He's going to be our Wednesday night guy next season, right, Mason?
That's right. As much as I can, and work doesn't interfere, I'll be doing these broadcasts, trying to keep the tradition going here with the Village Idiots.
Yeah, we get enough subscriptions, man, subscribers on YouTube, and we'll get the channel monetized and make a little bit of money on it, too.
Amen, brother.
Be a nice addition for WFO. League could definitely use it. Man, that battle, though, with that 77 and 41 is turning into an epic one. It's an epic battle. So Hal Jr. says I have to say it in an Asian accent because he misspelled Garrett. Awesome. So, Mason, did you have a date tonight or what?
Not really. Kind of fun night.
Fun night. No date night, though.
Not date night now.
Did you take my advice or hold off on it?
Yeah, I took some of it, but I didn't want to race tonight because I didn't want to get in the way of the championship, you know? Like, I just want to let them duel it out, so.
Oh, heck, I think we had like 31 or 2 start the race tonight, so. I'm back up front on the race. We got a battle for the lead. 31 of Richard Holland has it. 53 of James Hudson has caught him. I guess you're right, it would be, wouldn't it? Get wet. Get wet.
Yeah, wet.
Get wet.
They should be coming up on pit stops here soon.
You got to say it like this, like I used to do to little Garrett Robinson all the time. Call him, get it. Get it. Get it. You got to copy get it.
Yeah, we got guys pitting.
Yeah, it's green flag pit stops again. You see the 31, the leader, slowing down right here, Mason.
Yep.
Nice entry to pit road for the 31. Nice and fast there. If he can pull the rest of the stop off good, he might maintain the lead. There's Junior. He's in the broadcast now. He's going to correct my Asian accent.
Yeah, you know when you call him get wet?
Get wet. Get wet.
Never mind.
My mind must have went in the gutter again. Does that from time to time. Junior, how's your life treating you, buddy?
Eh,
That don't sound promising.
it's not.
So Hudson's going to maintain the lead, but he's going to bring it on pit road. That's going to hand the lead back over to the 51 of Troy Cook. And
77's pitting as well, bud.
all right, so the points leader's pitting 2. Troy Cook, the leader right now in the 51. That is a HJRM truck, right, Junior?
Yes.
That's one of your team drivers, Junior.
Goes Holland.
Yeah, Richard Holland is too. He's been up there leading this thing, man.
I had 3 in the top 5.
What'd you do? Offer him bonuses for winning tonight or what?
No.
Damn. He gets them to do it without offering them a bonus, Mason.
Dang.
That's impressive. We see
77's coming out of the pits here. See how he can get a little gap here on the 19.
Second place able to storm down pit road there. Nick Gardner in the 41. You see the 77 smoothly, as Mason was pointing out, smoothly bringing it off pit road. He's got the 3 of Hal Amy behind him. Garrett Helmlinger back on the track. But Austin Wagner's picked up a lot of spots. You see only 3 positions separate those two now. Man, I'm telling you, this battle's going to go right down to the end, Mason.
It's going to come down to bonus points.
Oh, right now, both of them have been in an accident on lap 2, so that's going to null and void the 0 incident bonus.
What's the tiebreaker if they tied on points? Is it best finish in the chase?
I think it's best finish. However Dan Lisa scores it. But it looks like an HJRM truck is going to come out leading this thing after the green flag pit stops. Richard Holland in the 31 truck. He's got a little bit of gap over second now, 2.2 seconds. So the later they get in a race, Holland trying to seal the deal, but Mason, I still think they got to stop again, buddy.
Yeah, they got one more stop. I think they'll make it about a lap 100 and do a 25 lap run to the end.
Yeah,
provided there's no caution.
I don't think they have enough fuel to make it.
Yeah, I know they don't. Half tank of fuel, about 24 to 25 laps.
Oh, Missy bailing out on us. You don't have to bail because Dylan's out of the chase. We still got... How many laps we got to go here, Mason? Almost 50?
Just under 50.
Right.
Just under 50, 47.
Like 47 laps to go.
He's got... Right now, there's a 2-point difference between Garrett and Austin.
2-point difference. Mason staying on top of it for me here. But have a good night if you're out of here, Missy. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Get it out there. Get some viewers in here. Tell them to subscribe while they're here. We need to hit the 1K mark, Junior. We got to hit 1,000.
Okay.
We hit 1,000, clean Nation's mouth up. We can get this thing monetized and make a little bit of funds from it. Won't be a ton of money, ain't going to make nobody rich, but might pay for some races to go up.
Well, then we need to keep that hot dog vendor away when Nation's in here broadcast.
Yeah, what the hell was he thinking, throwing a damn hot dog out on the track and getting a 69 into the hot dog right into the outside wall, and then we got our first caution.
Well, what happened is he slipped over a little bit of water on a stair. He fell down that. The box of hot dogs just flew right out of him after he somehow go over the safety gate. And he got hit by a truck, and it was like a banana peel. They just lost control.
Yeah, that would have been Aiden Young getting into the outside wall. I'll tell you, that 53 truck is fast. I'm watching him right here. That's James Hudson driving the 53, and he's able to cut down a little bit on that lead that Holland's got. I think Holland's just that much better on his pit stop. I think that's how he's able to pick that up. We've seen he come down the pit road. Nice stop, man. I mean, really fast getting to the entrance and got her woed down in time. If that'd been me, I'd probably locked him up, spun it out, and did me a 360 on pit road. Oh, wait. I seen Coop do that. So I switched the server tonight on Restream, and I'm using FTL, faster than light. And I think it's working. I believe the Twitch stream is working okay, so YouTube looks like it's working good. So let's go back to third place, see how far back he is. Richard Holland, about 6.5 seconds back. Actually, I'll kick that over. It's about 8.5 seconds back. He's about 6.5 back from second place. So the field is a little bit spread out. Only slowed down tonight by one caution flag, which is exactly one more caution than they had last night in the K&N series as they went caution-free. So how's the points chase looking now? Mason, the same or what?
Still the same.
So we go back one more. Fourth position, and I'm looking at the cat that's been able to make up a few more spots since his bad luck on pit road entry. We know he's got a fast truck. He set pole position tonight. That's that 5 truck of Bradley the Coop Cooper. I love the paint on that truck. He's using that new updated paint version, Mason. And if you look at the lights, the number and stuff on it looks reflective. You'll have to check it out, the colors it's got on it and that number. It makes it look reflective under the lights. It's really cool.
On the 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
And I believe
those spec paints, right?
Yeah, spec paints. I think that come on the last build, didn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people are having a hard time figuring out how to paint them, make them.
Well, whoever painted that truck got it figured out. At least on the number, but I can see it on the paint too. Like the gold paint. or green, whatever the hell color. Bronze. I'd call it bronze, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's a bronze.
But man, the lights look really good off of it. Hopefully it shows in the broadcast the same as we can see it. And maybe next season we'll have all those trucks looking like that. But behind the coupe there, that's your driver of the day leader in votes. 51 of Troy Cook running in the 5th position here. The in-motion CBD Howe Jr. Motorsports truck driver, right, Junior?
I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
So that gives you 2 trucks in the top 5 now. Actually, 3.
Yes.
So the top 5 is 3 trucks, all from Junior Motorsports. We will need to see those Junior Motorsports trucks in tech afterwards, Hal Jr.
Well, why?
Illegal fuel is the report I'm getting.
Troy had a problem. Race, I don't know if it was a glitch or whatever. He was getting ready to pace, and he's like, my steering wheel's sparking.
Well, that's not good.
No, it was a graphic glitch.
All right, so taking a look at the 6th position right here. We got Garrett Helmlinger in the 77, but man, if I go back to 9th, which is only 3 positions, we're going to find Austin Wagner. So the more Helmlinger moves up, the more Wagner moves up. It looks like that 19 is doing just what he needs to do to crown another championship at WFO. Will he go back-to-back from Tuesday night to Wednesday night? He's the K&N champion. Is he going to be the truck champion too, be the first driver at WFO to do that? And that's mostly because most people never focused on both series at once. Heck, I never even raced in the K&N. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you do focus on both series, you have poor luck in one and better.
This guy's got it figured out. He's been able to swing the luck his way in both series. That's pretty impressive, Junior.
Somebody get this kid a lottery ticket.
All right, so meanwhile up front by 1.7 seconds, the hot rod, Mr. Richard Holland. P2 right now, 53 truck, James Hudson. We know Hudson's fast. He's able to take a little bit more off that lead, but it's not at a fast enough rate. But we do know they're going to have to pit one more time, so that'll make a difference. Let's go back to take a look at 3rd right here, Robert David Ballantyne in the 70 truck. I'm pretty sure he's our Canadian driver here, so that's a long haul for him to come out of Canada down here to Homestead, Florida. Going to be worth his efforts tonight, as right now, Robert Ballantyne running in the 3rd spot. Move it back one more. We're going to find that shiny truck right there. That's the 5 truck of the Coupe, Bradley Cooper. Coupe has showed a lot of speed tonight, qualifying on the pole. A little bit of bad luck on pit roads, got him back a little bit. But Coupe has been doing a nice job recovering from that. Sitting P4 right now. He's got his teammate right on his bumper there. That's going to be the 51 of Troy Cook running in the 5th spot. You can see as they overtake the 24 right there. 24 running on the bottom of the racetrack. That'll be Richard Springer. Springer is definitely a lap down. So he's going to move out of the way and let these lead lap guys do their battle. Going back one more is going to be 2nd in points. This is the points battle driver. Actually, he lost a spot to last season's champion, and 6th now is going to be the 41 of Nick Gardner. So Gardner going to go up and take a spot away. That's going to give Wagner a little bit more of a cushion. And now he's going to get more as the 77's faded back and fell behind the 19 now. So 19's going to pick up a spot from him. The 41's going to move up to 6th. The 09's going to move up to 7th. Here comes the 09 to pit road. So now 7th and 8th is going to be the 2 championship leaders, Austin Wagner and Garrett Helmlinger. We'll go back to 9th. He's been slowly creeping his way through the field. That's the 49 of Tim Hamlet. I know Hamlet's fast here. We're just waiting to see the speed from him. We'll cruise back one more to 10th. We'll find Russell Charneski. Charneski, the first truck a lap down. But I think that's all because the guys are starting to make green flag pit stops right now, so we're going to cruise to the front of the field to see when these guys decide to come down. 30 laps to go in the race might be still a little too soon for some of these cats to hit pit road. I think they're going to wait about another 5 laps or so to be safe, if I had to guess. Meanwhile, you see the 26 on fresh tires there. You can see the speed difference. The 31 of Richard Holland, though, 29 laps to go. Holland's going to hit pit road. Nice entry once again. Richard Holland able to carry speed off of turn 4, get it woed down in time to get it on pit road. Let's see if Richard Holland can pull off another nice, smooth pit stop right here. Remember, he did come in as the leader. That's going to hand the lead over to Hudson. Hudson's going to stay out at least another lap. Right sides go up on the 31. Back down. Left sides go up. Going to be a 4-tire stop. Full tank of fuel. 31's dropped off to Jackson, headed off pit road. So that hands the lead over to this guy, the 53 of Hudson. We're going to see how long Hudson stays out. Hudson right now has about 11.3 second lead over Troy Cook. That shows how far that the 31 and 53 were ahead of the field. Here comes the 53 to pit road now. So your leader, James Hudson's going to bring it to pit road. You see the 20 of Russell Charneski just in front of him. Charneski having problems earlier in the race, never really being able to recover from it. That's what happens when you only have one caution, and it happens on lap 2. We've seen the 3 truck of Hal Amy sitting on pit road as these guys drive by. Hal's being scored in a 16th position right now. Couple laps down, you see him drop his truck off the jack. He's going to bring it back out on the racetrack. So as they're all doing this, your leader right now is going to be the 51 of Troy Cook. Another HJRM truck. I'll get back here a little bit because Garrett Helmlinger in the 77's gotten back around the 19 Austin Wagner. He's running in the 3rd position as he brings it to pit road right here. Wagner's going to come in behind him. Helmlinger hard on the brakes to get it woed down. Hopefully he got it woed down enough. You definitely don't want a penalty here. Troy Cook's in his pit stall now. So you can see it coming around full cycle. 41 is in his pit stall. Oh, I don't know. He went too far to the left, so the 41's going to lose a bunch of time on pit road. Meanwhile, as the lead recycles, Richard Holland back up front by 2.2 seconds. We see him rip it off turn 4, get it slowed down, and that's the fastest way to enter pit road here. Holland making it look easy when everybody that does it knows that it's anything but. See Nick Gardner just now coming off pit road, going to fall lap down to the 31 of Richard Holland. That's how much time that pit road mistake cost him. But I'll tell you what, that 77 of Garrett Helmlinger is going to fall lap down right here too. Maybe not. Helmlinger just in front of the 31 right now. Oh, Helmlinger might stay just on the tail end of the lead lap. Helmlinger 1 position behind points leader, the 19 Austin Wagner. 23 laps to go in a race, 23 laps to go in a championship. You see the 19 just up ahead here. 17 able to stay out in front of the 31 truck, but it's cost that 31 truck almost a half a second now. So how patient's Richard Holland going to be? How good of a truck does the 77 have? Is there going to be enough positions on the racetrack for the 77 to go pick up to win a championship? These are all questions that we're going to find out the next 22 laps. Will there be another caution? Because that could absolutely change everything. We've seen it do it before. You want to change a race late, throw a caution. Right, Junior?
Yeah, and it would be pretty interesting to see this thing go green, white checkered as close to the championship point.
I'm sure for some of them drivers it wouldn't be. So Helmlinger's got a little bit fresher tires than the 31. He's going to be able to hold them off here. Temporarily, anyway, for the time being. 31 of Richard Holland, though, he's going to have a 2.1 second gap over James Hudson now. 2 second gap. It just fluctuates by about 0.3. So Helmlinger's got it pointed the right direction. Next spot in front of him, and not too far in front of him, is going to be who he's battling in points. That's a 19. Austin Wagner, and Wagner's fighting on the inside of Helmlinger's teammate, the 49 of Tim Hamlet. That's for position. Tim Hamlet's going to keep it. Then we see Hal Amy, who's back out on the racetrack. He's up here with these guys, but he is a lap down from them. Hal Amy currently being scored in the 16th position, 1 lap down. As we're on Wagner, a little bit of a connection hiccup there. Garrett Helmlinger's definitely closing in on this group that Wagner's in. So the 77 truck definitely not giving up the fight here tonight. He's been putting on a good one. The racing is good. 18 laps to go for Richard Holland, 3-second lead. Don't know what's going on with Hudson. He's dropped back a little bit. James Hudson falling back 2.9 seconds now, so Holland able to pick up another second on him. But they are way ahead of the third place truck of Troy Cook. Troy Cook about 17.5 seconds back from the leader, Richard Holland, which is also his teammate at HJRM. So HJRM currently occupies the first and third position there. What happened to the coupe this time?
If I had to take an educated guess, I would say something happened during the green
Pit
flag
stop?
pit.
Yep. It'd be the second time tonight that it's bit him. You see Coop back here in the 13th position, a lap down right now. Man, that's a shame he struggled on those green flag pit stops because he had one fast hot rod tonight. Meanwhile, some other guys that have struggled tonight, you can tell by the damage on the right front of that one truck. Larry Anderson's had his fits at Homestead. I think the hot dog vendor threw his hot dog cart at him. Looking at the front of the truck, I think he got pissed off and chunked the whole damn hot dog cart down there in the track.
Well, according to what my sources are telling me, he's been escorted out of the truck.
Probably for throwing the hot dog cart at the one truck.
Well, he said it was an accident, but you can't take any chances. Championship race.
No, you know how these hot dog vendors are anyway. Meanwhile, in the 17th spot back here, another truck that was fast that's had some trouble on pit road. That's the 24 truck of Richard Springer. Springer was wicked fast in that K&N car last night. Wicked fast and whipped some ass. That's what Springer did. So go up one more, working from the back forward. You see Hal Amy right there in the 3 truck. 16th position, but that's okay because I understand your driver has got basically a new truck this week, Junior. He's got to get used to it.
Oh, yeah.
I heard you change the steering wheel and pedals around on him.
Oh, he's got a
So give him a big upgrade there, and your driver's got to get acclimated to it, right?
Yeah. Almost the same setup as Mr. Troy.
So meanwhile, this is Battle of the Lap Down trucks. Just ahead of him is going to be the 26, who's going to have problems here. You see him coming off the access road right there. He's scored in 15th position. That's Mike Buchanan. Also like third or fourth place in points coming into this thing. I think fourth place. Dylan Alton was third. So Buchanan going to make his way out on the racetrack right now. 12 laps to go, so this thing's winding down. Hal Lamey's going to pick up a spot and move to 15th. Then we'll go up to 14th. We're going to find he's a lap down. That's Charles Buchanan in the 09 truck. Last week's winner, actually. So another guy a lap down up here is going to be the 61 of Corey Cook on the access road right here. They might have been leaving the pits. Then you got a lap down truck there in the 10 truck of Rick Fagone, also known as Nation's Enrique Fagande. Or was it last night? Enrique Del Toro Fagande Escobar. That was Nation's name last night. So let's go up to 11th. Another truck that showed speed earlier. Robert David Ballantyne in that number 70 truck. There's a 6.4 second lead up there now for the leader, Junior. Then we cruise up one more. We talked about his bad luck, but he's got it up in the top 10 here. In 9th position, Bradley the Coop Cooper driving a 5 truck. Bradley gets the best paint award because of that reflective paint tonight, Junior. The Coop gets it. So then it looks like our first one a lap down here is going to be the number 41 truck of Nick Gardner, the defending series champion. But 9 short laps, that championship is going to change hands. Let's go to the front. Richard Holland, the leader by 7.9 seconds. 7.9 seconds, Junior. 8.1 seconds. It keeps going up. Second place right now, 53, James Hudson. You see him riding back here behind the Coupe. Hudson 8.3, 8.5 seconds back. And about, 2 seconds behind him. Maybe not even quite that now. It's the third place of Troy Cook. That 51 truck is definitely catching second, but not really in 8 laps going to have anything for the lead here. In the points battle, second place in points right now. Fourth place on the track, Garrett Helmlinger. 29 seconds behind the leader. First place in points, 1 position behind him. So barring a catastrophe for the 19 truck, he may hold on for the championship here, Junior, but anything can happen in 7 laps, man. We could get a green-white checker. You never know. But Garrett Helmlinger doing everything he can on the racetrack. We've seen these guys drive from 15th, 19th position all the way up here to 4th and 5th right now in the top 5. So the championship guys aren't giving it up. Wagner's in no position really, though. You can see Wagner's going to back up off the 77 some as it gets later. 6 laps to go. So this is the championship battle, the 19 and the 77. That 26 is a lap down, so not really in the picture. Other than the fact that the 19 and 26 are riding close together, and any contact there could ruin a championship hopes for the 19, so I think he's wisely going to let him go. Yep.
Yeah, and that's what I said about 10 laps earlier. How ironic would it be to lose a championship to a Greenwood?
Yeah, and it can happen. I mean, it wouldn't be really ironic at all on a green-white checker. It could very potentially happen, but The biggest thing you don't want to do is make a mistake. You know what I mean? With 5 laps to go, you don't want to lose the championship on your own.
Right, especially when you went from an 8-point lead to 2.
Yeah, these guys have been... 19's cutting his motor. He's saving fuel. Thank you, Diana. Wonder if the 70... Yeah, the 31 dropped it down. That's what the 53 was doing. He was backing up to save fuel. This has still turned into a fuel mileage race. It ain't over. 19 cutting his motor going into the corner. That's the points leader. 77 of Garrett Helmlinger doing the same thing, saving fuel, trying to make it 2 more laps here. Holy hamburger helper. Betty Crocker couldn't have wrote it better than this. James Hudson, the leader, trying to do it on fuel mileage. Troy Cook second. I'm sure he's trying to do the same thing. I think your top 4 are as Holland's back here in the 5th position now. If either one of these 2 guys, the 19 or the 77, either one runs out of fuel, the other one will be the champion, Junior. 2 laps to go in a championship, 3rd and 4th on the board. You see Holland, though, right behind the 19. That's going to be for position. So if the 19 saving fuel on the white flag lap, will Holland get by him? We'll have to see here. James Hudson, your leader, last lap right here. Hudson's going to do it. It looks like, I don't know, he's on the back straightaway now. Let's see if he has enough fuel. James Hudson slowing it way down into the corner here. Hudson bringing it out of turn 4 down the front straightaway, and James Hudson's going to win at Homestead. Championship battle now. 77 of Garrett Helmlinger still on the racetrack, working through turns 3 and 4. Garrett Helmlinger's going to make it to the start-finish line, but so is the 19 of Austin Wagner, literally 1 position behind. Your race winner, James Hudson. Your 2019 Season 4 at WFO Wicked Wednesday Truck Series champion, Austin Wagner. Back-to-back for Wagner. Wagner won the championship in the K&N, does it again tonight in a truck.
Looks like he's going to have to send me some shipping details, and he'll get 2 trophies.
Yeah, I think he's going to need pushed around there. I don't think he could have enough fuel left to get back around. And we're going to get him up here first. He's going to be the first interview because he is our champion. Austin Wagner. Got you in a broadcast booth. You got a copy.
Yep.
2 series, 2 nights. You did it, man. You are the Wicked Wednesday, WFO's Wicked Wednesday Truck Series champion.
Yeah, feels good. I didn't know. Thought I was screwed there at the beginning of the race, but thank God there's a quick repair. And yeah, so I was just had to run it out really hard there at the end there. I was really expecting more cautions to come, but they never did. And saving gas there at the end. Me and Garrett were racing about each other about the entire race. So shout out to him. That was fun.
Yeah, you guys raced it out real good. I could tell you were saving fuel there because I could hear the engine cutting off going into the corner.
Yep.
And one thing I want to mention before we get out of here, I need you to PM your address to Hal Jr. because he's going to send you a trophy for the K&N and the Truck Series.
Oh, sweet. All right.
So there you go, champ. You're the first one at WFO to go back-to-back. 2 nights in a row and win both series in the same season. Austin.
Yeah, man, it wasn't easy. There's a lot of good drivers in here. Garrett was definitely keeping me on
on edge the entire race tonight and all throughout the playoffs. And yeah, I gotta thank you guys so much. All this stuff that you guys do. Yeah, it feels really good. It's a great series, great guys, and definitely going to be coming back next season.
Well, that's awesome to hear, man, and it's all on you. You did what you had to do tonight to bring it home. You come in with a lot slimmer margin, so you knew that it was going to be a race that you had to go out and dig for, and you did it. And you deserve the championship, Austin. I think you're going to support WFO strongly as the champion of both series, and congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you guys, all of you guys.
All right, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2019 Season 4, not just Twisted Tuesday Can-In Pro Series, but he's added the Wicked Wednesday Truck Series to that resume as well. Congratulations to the whole 19 team and that driver, Austin Wagner. Thank you, Austin.
Yep, thank you guys.
All right, that was your champion. I think I sounded a little excited even, Junior.
I think I hinted some enthusiasm in your voice, yeah.
All right, so let's go get our race winner now. We got to be excited for this guy. James Hudson, we got you in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
What's up, you guys?
I don't know if I should call you James Hudson or the master of saving fuel tonight, man.
Man, I was off throttle most of that run. It was insane.
Were you sweating at the last few laps? That's all I want to know.
I ran out in turn 1.
Ran out in turn 1.
Yep, ran out in turn 1 after I crossed the stripe.
Well, I must be, a few brain cells short tonight because I kept seeing you back up in the lead growing. And it finally caught on to me when I heard the 19 cutting his motor off in the corner. You know what I mean? And
right.
it dawned on me, these guys are saving fuel, and I think Hudson's going to go all the way. But
it was close. I stretched that last. I had 0.1 gallon left on that last stop when I came in, and then I ran out after I crossed the stripe. It was as close as you could get on 2 runs.
In a flat-out race, though, what did you have for that 31? Because he looked like from about the midpoint on he was fast.
Man, tit for tat. It was badass. It really was. It was one turn I'd gain a tenth. The next turn he'd pick me up a tenth, and it was just back and forth. And I don't know what the hell he was doing on his pit stops, but I couldn't do nothing with him after he got out of pit road.
Man, it was his pit road entry. He could drive it deep out of 4 and just cut it down and get it woed down before he entered pit road. It was really, if you watch a broadcast, I showed it 2 or 3 times. It's awesome to see.
I got you. That's insane. I'm always so scared I'm going to lose it or run it into the wall and ruin the whole race. So I try to take it easy. I know I got ran into in the back. I think it was Austin that got into me on one entry, and I had to use my fast repair, so I had to be a little cautious.
I think I showed that one on the broadcast as well.
Yeah,
I think I might have. Man, congratulations, though. Last race of the season, bringing it home. Not your first win this season for sure, and if it hadn't been for that missed race, James, I think you might be the champion here tonight, buddy.
I think we would have had it, man. It's really a bummer that we had to miss last week, but we tried, and I'm glad we could bring it home. I know this is not a big public thing, but my buddy Nick in the league, his grandma passed away last week, so I told him I'd definitely dedicate this win to her. And
absolutely.
I'm glad we could bring it home for him and her.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome. And, the whole Gardner family is in our prayers at WFO Racing League. Nick's been with us a long time here now, and he's a former Truck Series champion as well.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad. I appreciate that, and I know he does, and I know I'll be praying for him as long as everybody else.
And if Brittany tunes in, I'll say hello to you too, Brittany. Pleasure meeting them down in Homestead this year. My wife and I both enjoyed it. So one of these times we're going to have to get hooked up when you go, James.
Absolutely. We'll figure something out. I do more traveling than I really want to, so we'll have to do something.
All right, James, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you in here, buddy?
Just want to thank y'all again, man. I've really enjoyed it. I know it was a little rough at first with some of the cautions and stuff like that, but man, after we got rolling, dude, it was badass. I appreciate y'all putting on the league, and I guess that was Austin that won the championship. Congratulations to him, and we'll see if we can't put it on top.
He had a tall feat to climb there. He ended up winning the K&N and the Truck Series, so
that's badass. And that was a hell of a comeback in this race because I really thought he was done after we got into it on pit road, and
I did too.
Yeah, I thought it was over. I thought Garrett was going to steal this one away and take it home. But hell of a win, Austin, and we'll come in. I'm coming after you next year, bud.
He fought back and he saved fuel and he did what he had to do to be a champion, and that's what it's all about. And man, I hated seeing you miss last week because I believe you were the points leader.
I think I was second. I think
or
it was
second.
A few points.
You were 1
Yep.
point back, I believe.
Yep,
Second,
I knew it was right tight.
Man, it just what could have been, But
Yep.
you finished it off strong. You got a lot of momentum next season, James. We look forward to seeing what you can do, buddy.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it.
All right, James. Thank you.
I'll take it easy.
I gotta find your channel. There we go.
You're...
All right, that's your winner tonight, James Hudson, winner of the race. So now let's go to second place, which I think is going to be a dual interview. Because I believe this driver is not only second place on the track, but I think he's your driver of the day, too.
I believe he is.
Troy Cook, you're up in the broadcast booth with Hal Jr. and Vern. You got a copy, buddy.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
I brought your team owner in here tonight, so you better behave.
Yeah. Might need to look for a new ride next year, huh?
All right, so you're in the booth for two reasons. Number one, you're second place in the race tonight. Tell us about saving fuel there.
Yeah, throughout the whole race, I noticed they were pitting like.
You didn't have to save, did you?
I saved a little bit on the last run just to play it safe, but I still had about a lap and a half left of fuel when I.
Yeah, you were. I'd noticed that you were pitting a little bit later, maybe by a lap, 2 laps sometimes.
Yeah, I was planning on it going green the whole way, and it did. It paid off. So
worked out for you. P2 tonight. I hear your phone dinging. People congratulating you on that run.
Yes, sir.
But not only did you finish P2 tonight, Troy, damn near pulled off a win because you were running them down there at the end. You knocked off a lot of time. But you are the WFO Racing League's driver of the day.
Wow, that's awesome. They all switch bandwagons?
They switch bandwagon. You unseated Hal Amy. And they put their full support behind you, and you are the driver of the day. Second place in the race.
That's awesome.
It worked out for me because you finished up here in the top 3 and get an interview, and I can do a double interview on it.
Yeah, that's one less you have to do.
One less interview I got to do. Thank you. What would you needed there to win, Troy? You think some more laps would have did it, or what would you needed there?
I think he ended up crossing the finish line like 3.5 seconds ahead of me. I think if I wouldn't have saved fuel on that last run, I might have been close enough.
That you could have caught him when he backed it down.
Yeah, but it was close for me too, so.
Were you still sparking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, that wire that comes out of the ignition box is sparking in my car.
Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. You'll have to post that video so we can see it in Discord.
Yeah.
I got to check that out. But Troy, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you in here?
I got a whole list, actually. So I'll start off with In Motion CBD. Those guys coming on the car and helping me out and supporting me. That's awesome. Reese Engineering and Corey for all he does for me. Savage Designs. Happy birthday to Diana Amy. It's awesome. Hope your day was as awesome as you are.
I think you should sing that to her, by the way.
I don't know about that. We'll have the dogs howling.
The dogs howling.
But yeah, prayers to the Riddles. I heard they had someone pass in their family today, so condolences to them. HJRM, you, Hal Jr., thanks for your support and your friendship, and you, Vern, and WFO, the admins, Tim, and Adam, and congrats to Austin Wagner.
Well, thank you, Troy. I know that was a mouthful there, and congratulations, driver of the day, only one to unseat Hal Amy.
That's awesome. That's
all
like a
season
championship
long
in itself right there.
Yeah, and Adi, actually, in YouTube, I seen him put in a chat there. It's a great idea. Maybe WFO should do a vote for Driver of the Year.
There you go.
And if we did for this year, the Driver of the Year is Hal Amy. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes
I
down.
got a couple this year, but nowhere near Hal got.
Man, Hal just racks them up and stacks them up.
If we did top fan of the year, you'd see a bunch of ladies in the chat start boxing.
Start boxing, he said. You better watch it, Junior. A lot of them ladies live in the same house as you. You might get your ass whooped.
Also want to say thanks to my mom and dad and all my cousins and family, all you guys that watch, and I appreciate it.
That's awesome, Troy. Congratulations. Second place tonight, driver of the day. We got another interview to get through, buddy.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Troy.
Thank you.
That's Troy Cook right there. Driver of the day, second place on the track. And we got second place in points, third place on the racetrack, Garrett Helmlinger. Did everything right tonight and just fell short. Garrett Helmlinger, we got you in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, I got you.
Man, second in points tonight before I run the points total. I know you picked up a little bit. Third on the racetrack. You drove through the field, man. You did everything you needed to do and just fell a little bit short, Garrett.
I did everything I needed to do, but he did everything he needed to do, so that's how it works.
So were you saving fuel there at the end? Let's get to the nitty-gritty of what was going on behind the wheel of the 77.
For most of that run, I thought I was... For most of that run, I thought it was good to go. And then about 7-8 laps to go, I started to realize it wasn't going to be. So I started saving a little bit. There was really not much saving the whole race. Yeah, it was a good race. I was having a lot of fun. I wish we would have had a late caution. It would have made things a lot more interesting, I think.
Junior was pulling for it up here. I can tell you that. He kept screaming, "Green, white, checker! Green, white, checker!"
That would have been something. But I'm the setup. Both of us involved in that lap one crash, and then with as many cars as there were tonight, I bet it was an interesting broadcast.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to go back and rewatch it. The broadcast did come out good. We kept an eye on that championship battle, and man, at one time you had it within a point, Garrett.
Yeah.
Had it within a point on the racetrack. You know, I can figure it out too because I'm pretty sure that the first caution give both you guys incidents.
Yep. Once that happened and I got hit, that was the first thing I started looking for was to see if he got in it, and then I saw that he was in it, and I was like, all right, I have to drive.
That kind of evens you guys back out, right?
I have to drive this race. Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, all right, well, it's like lap one again. We're both in a wreck. We're both at the back of the field. So I didn't use the fast repair, and I think I used it one stop too late because he used his earlier than mine, and he was gaining a lot of time on me. But I was pulling away from him in positions wise that first run after the caution, and then he just flew through the field, and I was saving at the wrong times, wearing my tires out, playing different strategies to try and get up there. But amazing season from him, both series.
Really good for you too, because last time I checked in the points, you were battling for both series, right? With them.
It's good. It doesn't feel too good to lose both of them, but being in contention at the end is something to be happy about going into next. I'm not running Kanan next season. Don't know how many truck races I'm gonna run. I'm gonna try and do more other things here, like maybe do some broadcasting help, or help my boys
Hell
Tim and
yes, Garrett, you got the voice for it, man. We have to get you in here to do that.
I hear Mason's doing it. So.
Yeah, Mason Weitzel's gonna pick up the end, fill in for the old Vern that's gonna retire out of here. Gonna get some fresh voices in here and make a good broadcast out of it.
We'll make a hell of a show.
You damn right you guys will. I know you will, man. Don't undersell yourself, Garrett, because
I'm not.
I can tell you right now.
Good guys.
I can tell you right now that what you and him were able to do in the K&N series and the truck series is phenomenal. That's 2 series. That's a ton of concentration. You have to have luck. You have to have concentration, and you have to have skill to get there, especially in 2 series.
Yep. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this week's going to be fun for mainly Austin, because he had a big advantage going into both, but it was gonna be fun for me because just the fact that in both series there was other people that could have, but realistically in both nights there was two people that had the main shot, Austin, and then I think me had the luck going the right way. But
yeah, it'd been interesting. It's like I told James Hudson. I kind of wish he didn't have to miss last week. I know he was on a trip.
Yeah, he would have been.
He'd have been right there with you guys, and we would have had 3 trucks that would have come down to the final finishing position.
I tell you what, Vern, I am kicking myself in the face for speeding on pit road in the last pit stop last week.
I imagine so. That was probably the difference in positions and points, Garrett.
I believe that's what lost me the championship, was that mistake right there.
You're probably right, and I probably even said it in the broadcast. It takes so much concentration.
Everything's got to go right.
You're right. I mean, your pit stop's got to go right. Everything. And one mistake, that's 7 points, 8 points, maybe 10 points or more. And that's the difference. I think 6 points is going to be the total difference between you and Austin Wagner.
Well, hey, you know what? At least I got beat by somebody I know who they deserve it 100%. He had probably the most consistent season I've seen of anybody in this league through the 4 seasons.
Well, you are a previous champion of the K&N series, so I can imagine. I'm a previous champion in the truck series. I can imagine where Austin's head's at right now.
Oh yeah. That was the happiest person. Right.
It's in a great place. I know
the weight off of your back.
Knowing that you did it, that you held on and you did it, because even my 2 championships were vastly different. The first season, I didn't start winning until late in the season, and I end up winning 3 out of 5 of the chase races and crowned the champion, right? The second season, I won all my races early in the season, didn't win a chase race, and still held on with bonus points to win the championship. So vastly different scenarios for me. But the one that really felt good when I got the monkey off my back in Homestead because I was having connection issues all through the chase was the second one, Garrett.
Yeah, that's how I felt last season. I mean, the only championship I have, even if I would have won, last season was awesome for so many reasons. I lost connection to Iowa, finished last, and then to race for Adam, tied with Adam, teammate, in the final race. That's what cannot top. Adam's putting a middle finger right in my face right now. So yeah,
that's awesome, man. I'm gonna get Hal Lamy up here too because
all right. I just want to say before I get out of here, you have done an amazing job the last 2 seasons doing this, and I'm kind of disappointed you're not doing it anymore. But I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, I don't know if you heard the whole story, but I will be in for a couple of broadcasts when Mason takes off next season. So I'm still at the league. I'm going to run some races too. I'm going to actually drive in a couple races. So I'm looking forward to that next season. But I'm going dirt, man. I'm just going full dirt, and I'm getting my head wrapped around it, and that's all I'm going to do. But I'm still going to do your points and website and everything like that and make sure all that stuff stays smooth and there's no issues there. And I'm going to watch you guys, this league, continue to grow with the success of Tim Hamlet, Adam, Hal Amy, you, Mason Weitzel, all the guys, Hal Jr., that are coming together to make this thing.
Yeah, I'm excited for next season.
I think that we're in a better place at the end of this season than we've ever been in any of the previous 3 seasons. I've watched the league grow not just in members, but in leadership. And I think when you see the leadership start to step up like Tim Hamlet has brought to the table, Adam, the same way Adam's brought a lot of leadership to the table, and Mason Weitzel and yourself starting to do the same thing. And I believe that Season 5 of WFO in 2020 is going to be the strongest season of this league yet.
Oh yeah, if we can get the talent pool that we have right now carried over to next season is going to top it. I mean, we have such an amazing group of guys. We have so many people that can go out and win every single race.
Yes, we do. It's really awesome to see that.
We have about 15 or 16 guys that week in, week out can be competitive for winning races, and it's awesome. It makes it a lot more fun than having 3 or 4.
Here's the thing, man. The second should feel real good to you because I think the degree of competition's better than it's ever been right now.
Well, that's what I was going to say, too. I've watched a lot of races through a lot of different broadcasts for leagues. And honestly, this is probably one, the most fun I've ever watched, and two, the most competitive with a bunch of good guys that actually race clean and, give other drivers.
You're right, Junior. That's what I noticed. There's fast guys in here. It's competitive. And Season 5 looks great, man. I think most of them guys are going to be back, so watch out, Garrett.
Oh, yeah, I'll be watching.
All right, that's Garrett Helmlinger, second in points, third in a race. And we got one more interview we're going to do. Garrett, you can stay up here if you want to. It's up to you, but
I'm gonna head off before Adam does something to me. I don't know. He didn't like me talking about him.
we can talk about him some more. Both of us will if you want. Hal Lamy, got a copy? We got you in the broadcast booth, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Hal Lamy, we've had it on the top right corner of the broadcast all season long. But we haven't said it. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. I bring you up here, and I want to thank you for not just Season 4, but Season 1, 2, and 3 of you and Amy contracting sponsoring WFO Racing League.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Man, it's been an awesome relationship, good friendship with you. I think we've become almost like family over the last 2.5 years.
Heck yeah.
And we've had 4 awesome seasons at WFO.
And many awesome more to come.
Absolutely, man. Many awesome more to come. Great guys have stepped up in the right positions. And that's the difference between Season 1 and Season 4. You and I ran this thing, and you and I have ran it for 3 seasons. You know what I mean? And in Season 4, we took a step back and we delegated power out, is basically the way I looked at it. And Tim Hamlet stepped up to the plate huge. I mean, absolutely huge. And I think you'll agree with that, Hal.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And it gave me a hell of a breather. And I appreciate the heck out of that. But we've talked about this before, even after the first season I broadcast, because I never slated myself to do this. But when we needed it, I stepped in and I done it, you know?
Yes, you did.
It's been a hell of a good time for the past 2 seasons. We built an awesome YouTube channel. We have just your family, Troy's family, Dylan Altum, Garrett Helmlinger, all their families coming in, their friends watching this thing, doing the Driver of the Day vote, which you are the all-time champion at. But they built the YouTube, we built the league, Hal, and it's just all blending together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we got a bunch of great drivers. I mean, bunch of good guys.
So the one thing I want all the fans to know, that even if they don't hear my voice in the broadcast next season, don't think for a second that I'm not still behind the scenes doing things, because I am.
You're still an owner.
And I'm still an owner in the league. You and I are still the owners of the league, Hal. But more importantly, we're going to make sure we have good guys in the broadcast booth that keep the broadcast to you every Tuesday and Wednesday night. That's what we're going to promise in Season 5. We're going to have great admins, great leadership at WFO. Really excited to see the schedule, so pay attention to the website for that, because once it's released and finalized, it's going on the website. I picked my 5 tracks next season, Hal.
Did you?
I sent it in. He asked for 5 tracks, right?
Yep.
From every driver, and I'm going to be a driver in a couple races next season, so I put my 5 picks in there, and Tim Hamlet probably got the message, so I'm just reminding you, my 5 tracks are there, Tim. They're there.
I was going to tell everybody, you may not hear your voice on the broadcast, but you'll see him out there running some races.
Yeah, you'll see me on the track, and if they do an in-car, you'll probably hear me cussing. The fans, man, I can't say enough to them. It's just been one hell of a 2 seasons and ride. Actually, 2.5 seasons for me, because I
want to thank you too, Vern, for all the work you do put into this. You know.
You're welcome, Hal. When it started, I didn't want to do it, but really, it was the best choice at the time, I think. I played around with it with the Cup Series, in Season 2, I think it was, when I did the Cup Series, and I really had fun with it. I did, and I'm not going to lie, I've had fun with it the past 2 seasons. But something clicked there, and we knew that coming into Season 3, we weren't going to have our broadcaster anymore because basically he told us he wasn't coming back in Season 3.
Right.
So we didn't have a choice, and we looked at other areas, and it never really come together. But the one thing that did was me. Me and you brought it together, and I come in and fired up the broadcast booth. Nation did all the overlays for us. He did the pretty pictures, Al.
Yeah, he did.
And he did a great job at it. And we've just, to look at where we've come from in broadcasting from, 2.5 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago to where we're at right now should just show how much better it's going to be in the future.
Exactly.
I mean, it's improved season after season, not just on what we see on YouTube with the views and the likes and the comments and the subscribers. It's grown and grown tremendously, and I appreciate the hell out of everybody for that.
I do too.
Remember, 1,000 subscribers, YouTube. When you rewatch this, 1,000 subscribers. Get us monetized. Because when you do, those funds, although they're not great, nobody's getting rich, will come right to WFO Racing League. So get us there. Get that money over here to these guys. They're going to need it. Hal Jr., why we got you in here, I want to thank you too. Hal Jr.'s offering to send the champion trophies.
Every season.
Every season. So what do you want PM'd addresses to you? I think we told the K&N and Truck Series champion this season.
Yes. And eventually I will catch up with former season.
So Hal Jr., the owner, Hal Jr. Motorsports over here, also one of the owners of the league. Actually, you got the 3 primary owners in here, Hal.
Yep.
Me, you, and Hal Jr.
Yep.
I think Tim Hamlet might already took off for the night, so if you
He
watch...
did. He told me to let you know that he had to get up early. So
Tim Hamlet, if you watch the broadcast, man, thank you for everything this season. I'm sure I'm going to run into you more as we get prepared for next season because I'm not going, vacant or running off anywhere now.
Not going dormant.
No, I'm not going dormant. In fact, I'll probably be on a little more doing dirt practice, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and we wish you the best of luck with that, Vern.
Hopefully it goes good. If it don't, I'll just tuck my tail between my legs and come right back over here like I never even left, man.
Come back over here and win some races, right?
That's right. Thank everybody once again for coming out last night and tonight. This was our season finale for the Truck Series. Austin Wagner, damn it, I don't know how to say it enough.
Awesome job.
Congratulations. Back-to-back K&N Pro Series Truck Series champion at WFO. Not an easy feat, and the young man did it. We look forward to seeing a hell of a lot more from that kid here. And, man, the competition at WFO makes next season. Can't wait for it.
I can't either. It's going to be a good one.
Can't wait for next season. Hal's going to have a couple of months to get practiced up on the new wheel. Watch out for Hal Amy next season. No telling what he's going to do.
Yeah, we'll see.
Got some new equipment to dial in, but, man, thank you guys. Diana, happy birthday to you. Thank you for joining us in the broadcast on your birthday. Take care of her, Hal. It's her birthday. Everyone that come in, Missy, Cindy, Robbie Otti, good to see you in there. Hell, we had everyone in the broadcast tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we're going to sign it off. For me, it's going to be my last time. So it's a little bit special. It's going to be my last sign-off from WFO Racing League. Thank you to the entire league and community at WFO Racing. I have had an awesome, awesome, awesome time broadcasting for you guys. And I'll see you next season. Maybe when you're interviewing me. After I win a race, I'll get interviewed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can come back for that. Other than that, good night. Take a look out for the YouTube channel coming live during the off season, as we're going to put the fun races back up this season. The off season's going back to the fun races, which is going to be broadcast one night a week. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you're going to hear me in those because I'm going to train our broadcasters. That way, when next season gets going, they know how to run ATVO, they know how to run the overlays, and they know how to broadcast a race, Hal.
Heck yeah.
That's my promise to the league. So good night, YouTube. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Look forward to the next season.
Stay tuned for season 5.